All right, so over the last few days, Bitcoin has gotten another move to the downside. We've now put in another local lower low, and there hasn't been much trading opportunity during this time. I haven't really taken any trades, and really not much else has changed. We're still just kind of waiting for Bitcoin to, do something decisive here, I guess. We're still watching this low, this very key low here, and basically waiting to see whether Bitcoin is going to put in a higher low here, cut it super close, but still put in a higher low and maybe then run up towards the highs. If we're going to, fall down below this low, are we gonna SFP it, or are we gonna start closing higher time frame candles down here? And then at that point we're kind of skating on thin ice with our last support being this little consolidation range over here. So really we're just playing the waiting game. One other possibility we have to consider of the fact that we are seemingly consolidating on top of previous resistance back here, and pretty key point overall on the side of this range. Kind of support here. We found resistance back here, and once we broke back down below it, honestly, if we start making a move back inside of this range that we're trading in right now, like if I pull up this fixed range, if we start getting a move back above the value area low, especially back above the point of control, you could still look at this as being bullish. The fact that we are ranging basically at the highs of this macro range here. But I wouldn't say Market Cipher necessarily agrees with that. We're still seeing pretty bearish signs, and we didn't really see many bullish signs as we came down to put in this low. So, this daily money flow is finally starting to get a move to the downside. This daily money flow was holding up here pretty well, especially compared to the 12-hour, which has been coming down for a very long time here. So the daily finally started to get a move to the downside. This is a pretty oversold wave right here. It was looking to potentially bottom out here, but then it kind of flopped over. You can see it start to get wider again, the white part. The 12-hour money flow is still putting in lower lows in the red. We still don't have any divergences either, because locally this wave put in a lower low, and until we take out this low from back here, we don't have any potential for bull divs on the 12-hour. The 4-hour money flow is also putting in lower lows. Momentum put in lower lows here. We didn't see any divergences there. We did have slight divergences when we put in this wick, I believe, or as we were coming down here. We had potential for them, but since we've kind of spent some time down here, momentum has come down. So, I definitely would not say that we are seeing clear bottom signals at this low. Money flow on the 2-hour is still getting lower. We had some divergences here from this wave back here. We did get some divergences on the 2-hour, but money flow still making lower lows. Same with the 1-hour. We actually did get some local bull divs here on this 1-hour as we came down for this last low, but money flow not agreeing. So I can't say that I think this is a confident low here. For that, I would want to see money flow at least trending to the upside as we put in the low, along with some divergences on those high time frames, and we really didn't see that. So, overall, that money flow on the higher time frames kind of leads me to believe that this is not going to be a significant bottom. And even if we start getting a move back to the upside, it may just be to put in a lower high again before we see another move down. But, that could change. We could kind of range here for a little bit, let that money flow come up, maybe then put in one last lower low, see some high time frame divergences, and, that could be a bottom signal. And also Bitcoin can, do whatever it wants. It could just pump up, make new highs here without the money flow agreeing, but from what I've seen, that is unlikely. Usually when we put in these macro bottoms, you see those divergences with momentum and money flow, like we saw back here. The money flow starting to curve to the upside, diverging from price with that last low. Usually, you see something like that at those swing tops and bottoms. So in the meantime, I'm really just looking to trade these consolidation ranges, and we actually seem to be approaching a trade idea I had. So I wanted to see some absorption as we got to move down to that golden pocket. And we do see shorts opening up here. We see, a decent amount of shorts, but not enough. That CVD has still come up a lot from that last low. All these shorts kind of FOMOing into the golden pocket is not really a bearish thing more times than not. Maybe we see like another move down to this value area low before we kind of get back up here. But really my trading plans right now are to just trade the ranges, try and get into positions that I could potentially hold for if we see a break one way or another. Ideally, I'd like to get into a long from the low of the range and another short from the highs. Even though I'm still holding shorts, it doesn't hurt to get into a schlong inside the range because, it just increases your probabilities of being in an advantageous position if the range breaks. So I like to, trade the ranges and try and hold trades from those significant highs and lows. But if we start coming down from here, I am looking for an SFP of this low. Also, maybe an SFP of this wick as well if we see a large decrease in open interest as we take out that low. And I'm also looking for an SFP of this high now. This is a decently sized range here, so you can get into some decent positions if we start grabbing liquidity from these highs and lows. So those are probably the main trades I'm looking at. But if we start to really see some bullishness around this golden pocket, I may consider long there. And really, I'm still watching these lows. I'm still watching the support that we have over in this area. If we see another move to the downside, those are really my two main areas of interest. There's some specific levels in this area, but I'm really watching this whole zone over here for support. And if we start getting a move to the upside, I would be watching the value area levels of this range. So, this value area low actually lines up very nicely with this golden pocket right here. So that is some interesting confluence there. That's going to be a key level right around 22,227. And I bet if we got above there, we would also be breaking local structure. Yeah, I'd say to the upside, 22,227, right around there, right around these highs. That is going to be the key level to the upside, because if we can get back inside that value area, and this value area too of this little local range, it's also right in that area. But if we can get back inside of this macro range, then we could have put in a higher low here, and maybe then we run for the highs. I mean, POC is also going to be significant. But, really, I think it's just too early to call it right now. We got to see what Bitcoin's going to do. Market Cipher is looking more bearish than bullish, so I guess for right now that's the way I'm leaning, but, things can change. Anyway, that is about it for this one. If, we see any significant developments, I'll make another video. Really, if we lose this low, I'll be really interested to see what happens. And yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, leaving a like, all that YouTube stuff. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you all in the next one.